What's up, guys? Happy Thursday. Hope everyone had a good night last night in fantasy. That was a big slate last night, so a lot of different options. Cash line was just kind of average. No one really went off. I was a little disappointed, not a little disappointed, a lot disappointed in the center play. There were so many good matchups with the elite big men last night, and none of them really went off. The best was Towns. He didn't really, he had 52, which was good, but, in that spot, I would think at least one of, Drummond, Towns, Cauley-Stein, one of them would have a big night, but no one really did. Even Davis had a good night in that not great matchup, but he didn't really go. He didn't even get 6x on his value. So nothing crazy last night. If you saw my tweet from last night, I was having trouble getting the guys I wanted in and fitting in both Vucevic and Drummond. So I ended up putting in Cauley-Stein instead of Drummond, who that didn't work out. As far as that, Cauley-Stein had maybe like 23 points, so he didn't do really well, but it allowed me to fit Harrell in, and Harrell just went nuts on the Kings. He had a ton of run. The game was way out of reach. They had a 20-plus point lead for a good part of that game, so Harrell was out there, and he was just smoking everyone. He had almost 9 times value on his low salary, so that was awesome. I ended up with a 287, either 287 or 288, and that's with the Kings guys, Fox and Cauley-Stein, not getting any run in the fourth quarter, so that was good. Ended up cashing all across the board, so that was great. I hope you guys had a good night as well. We'll get into this slate, smaller slate, 5-game slate, same as last night, with not a lot of higher end guys. I think the highest priced guy in the matchup is Giannis. It says Harden is questionable. I believe he is out. I think I saw on Fantasy Labs that he was out for tonight, but it does say he's questionable with that calf injury. I'm assuming for these purposes that he's out. If he is in, we'll make arrangements, but both Harden and LeBron are going to be out, so our 3 big studs are going to be Giannis, Embiid, and Durant. So let's get into it. I do like Giannis. Giannis is in the same matchup that he was in on Christmas Day against the Knicks, except this one is at home for him in Milwaukee, and the line is they're favored by 12.5. So I do not want to go here just because of the blowout factor. New York did a good job on Christmas Day on national TV of keeping it close, but I don't think they're going to do that this time on the road. So I don't want to put a ton of money into Giannis if he's just going to play 25, 26 minutes. So I would much rather go with Kevin Durant in a better matchup. Actually, it's not a better matchup. It's a pretty good matchup, but he'll get the minutes. It'll be a closer game, still a high total. And in his last few, it's been pretty good. The Lakers and the Utah game, not the best spots for him. But in the other 2 games, 2 of the last 4, he's had massive upside. And he's only 9,300, so it's not that much to pay for him. And he's got a high floor. So in cash games, that's really what you're looking for: high floor, high upside. So we'll go with him at the point guard position. Lonzo Ball is really where I want to go, and this might be a place where I want a game stack with LeBron out and Rondo out. It's a prime position for Ball. It's a great matchup against the Kings, who just played last night, like I said, and they run up and down the court. It's going to be a high-scoring game. It's Sacramento's going to be a little tired, so it should be a really good spot for most of the Lakers coming in. And especially at 5,500 and no Rondo behind him, he's going to have a ton of minutes as long as the game stays close, he should have a lot of upside in this one. Center, we're going to go all the way down to, not all the way down, his price has gone up over the last few games, but Zubac, I've faded him in the last couple games just because he's going up against, he went up against Memphis, he went up against Golden State, not great spots. He's getting the minutes, that's not a question. But I was thinking, I wasn't sure about his talent, but he's looks like the real deal. Hopefully it's not just LeBron feeding him, because in those last 3 games, LeBron did a good job of getting him in the mix, throwing him some oops. But even in that Golden State game, after LeBron went out, he was still getting boards. He was still doing work down low, and he's a big kid. So he has the opportunity to run the middle, and we know Sacramento's not good against big guys. So he is in a good spot at 5,400, $1,000 more than before. But if he puts up, 38, 40, 42 points, it's still absolutely worth it. So throw him in the mix. So we got 3 guys. We got one more, and we're going to go to Brandon Ingram. So he's just back from that injury. I think he had 2 games back, 3 games back from that injury. Christmas Day game, not great, even though they blew out Golden State. Just kind of okay, but now without LeBron in there, he'll get some more touches. It's a good matchup for him at the 2 spot against Sacramento. I mean, everyone's a good matchup against Sacramento, but it is a good matchup for him. He should get the minutes as long as it stays close. And it does look like it's going to stay close. I'm going to keep my eye on the line and see where it goes. But as of now, last time I checked, it was 5. So it should stay close. They're going to be on the road. So Sacramento should have a little bit of bump at home. So it should prevent any kind of blowout, at least early, as long as they keep it within 10 or 15 for most of the game. Just like last night, that should give them the opportunity of getting 32, 35, 38 points in the matchup. So with those 4 guys, still have an average of $6,000. So a lot of money to bump up to the higher end guys. I'm looking at Embiid. I might do a stack of this game and get Kuzma as well. But I'm sure there's going to be some injury news later on to get some other guys in here. But as of now, these are my locks for today for cash games. If you have any questions, just comment down below. If you appreciate it, if you throw a thumbs up on the video. What I'm going to do is next video that gets 50 likes, 50 thumbs up, I will put out full lineups for a week. Whenever that happens. So I'll put some more time in. I might even do some write-ups specifically for those lineups and give some options and a little deeper thought and insight into the picks. So definitely throw a thumbs up on the video, subscribe, hit the bell so you get my alerts. Follow me on Twitter. I'll be posting. I did some posting yesterday. It's at the DFS Picks, and happy DFSing tonight. Thanks, guys.